you're here next week, it goes to a whole new level.
Nothing anybody's going to say, or do for that matter, is going to keep me from being here in the impact zone every week doing my thing.
You understand there's a damn bullseye on your back about this big because of your father?
I'm giving you 1 week to come to your senses and realize this is not your time in my world.
We're talking about every time you step in that ring, every time you walk around this building, they're going to try to take you out. They're going to try to screw you up.
When you had Gunner send me out here on a stretcher, you can have him come back down here tonight and do it again, but I'll come back.
It's pretty much in your DNA not to quit, so I'm not real surprised that you're going to go down this path. But if you're going to stay in this business, your dad's going to do everything he can to make this a living hell for you.
I hear you, Rick. I'm my own man. I do appreciate the heads up.
Garrett.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
I guess, I mean, you heard what Ric Flair said last week, right?
I heard what he said.
He was pretty clear, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty clear about it. You know, it's like I told him. I appreciate the heads up, and I do appreciate the warning, but I'm my own man, and I'm here to stay. These guys, they're not going to keep me from being here.
And what about what Hulk was saying as far as a target on your back, you know, because of your dad and stuff?
I think that target probably just grew a little, but you know what? Like I said, I'm not going anywhere, guys. It's not happening.
Ric Flair issued the warning to Garrett Bischoff. Last week, he told Garrett that he had 7 days to come to his senses. Flair told him, do not show up at the impact zone or things will be taken to another level. That is Immortals. Ric Flair, Gunner, and Eric Bischoff are headed to the ring.
And Mike, as we saw moments ago, I mean, Garrett Bischoff, you know, he arrived here earlier today at the impact zone. And listen, I appreciate Garrett's passion, his heart, his desire to succeed in this industry. But I think I think the kid's a little nuts showing up here. You don't want to mess around with Flair and you know, his dad, Eric Bischoff. Not too smart by Garrett, in my opinion.
Well, Taz, Garrett had the balls to show up. But the question is, will he end up regretting the decision to defy the orders of Ric Flair and his own father, Eric Bischoff?
You know, there's something about that entrance music that just warms the cockles of my heart. But in all seriousness, tonight, unfortunately, I'm going to have to once again handle family business in front of the entire world. And I'm disappointed that it's come to this. In fact, my son Garrett has pushed us so hard that in fact, I met with Sting earlier today. I respectfully asked Sting to allow Gunner to find a tag team partner and face Garrett and his partner, whoever that may be, later tonight to hopefully put an end to this saga. And I know before that happens, Rick, I just want to thank you. You know, 20 years you and I have worked together. We've been through some ups, we've been through some downs, we've been through it all. And I know that last week you warned Garrett. You were looking out for Garrett the way you would look out for your own son. You tried to protect him. You gave him the best advice anybody could possibly give a young man, and you warned him not to come back because if he did, there would be serious and possibly permanent consequences. And I know, Rick, you did that out of love, you did that out of respect, and you did that because you are indeed the epitome of a true professional. And I just want you to know, you have my gratitude. And Garrett, unfortunately, you're going to have a very difficult time finding a tag team partner because, quite frankly, nobody in their right freaking mind would want to step in the ring with you. And I don't know who you're going to get, Gunner. It doesn't really matter to me because I know there's an entire locker room full of guys that just would love to kick his. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, as Gunner's partner for a tag team match tonight?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, things went from bad to worse tonight for Garrett Bischoff. You got to be kidding me now. We got Kurt Angle and Gunner. Who the heck is Garrett going to find as a partner? He needs help, man. Stat.
I don't know what to say. Kurt Angle, Gunner, teaming up to take on Garrett and whoever. Kurt Angle! Kurt Angle, are you kidding me?
Mr. Bischoff, I am happy to give you my services to tag with Gunner against, obviously, your disrespectful son, Garrett, and a partner of his choice. You see, Garrett, I don't like you. As a matter of fact, Garrett, I hate you. And you know why? Because you don't respect your father. You see, when I was growing up, I respected my dad. I listened to my dad. And look what happened to me. I became an Olympic gold medalist. This man has great advice to give to you, and you just don't listen to him. And besides, everyone hates anyone with the last name Bischoff. No disrespect to you, Eric. But Gunner and I are going to tag team together, and we're going to take on you and a partner of your choice, and we're going to make you tap, tap, tap. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Immortal has all their ducks in a row. Kurt Angle recruited to join Gunner. But with Hulk Hogan out of the country, Garrett Bischoff's options limited. Who can Garrett get? Will he even have a partner tonight against Angle and Gunner?
Just 10 days, Bobby. 10 days. Count it, Bobby. 10 days. To victory road. Oh, Sting, you snapped. Sting, you're unhinged. Maybe I am, but I feel so alive. I mean, Bobby, just think of it. 10 days is all you got left. That's it. Pay-per-view. Yeah. Talking about the pay-per-view. Yeah. I'd like to ask you something, Stinger. Look at me. You're one of my best men, right? You know, maybe she's my girl, and I want to give her the world. Don't blame you. I want to do it where she's most happy, and that's in the ring tonight. I'm going to give her the biggest surprise. I'm going to give her what she deserves, and I need your blessing. I need your permission. So do I have it? Yeah. Okay. Bobby. Here, listen. She wants jewelry. She wants diamonds. Yes. She wants all the cool stuff. She wants the gold. She wants a shot at those tag titles. That's what she wants. Bobby, just consider. Excuse me. Did I call you Bobby? Yeah, that's fine. I'm snapping. I am snapping. Okay. Eric, right? Eric, you're got it. God, you're on top of things. Just consider. You're not. Consider it done. Okay, that's a great idea, but she doesn't have a partner. Who's it gonna be? Is it Moose? Are you bringing in Moose? What about Armada? No. Okay, Mickey James.
No, you're not even warm.
Velvet.
You're not even warm.
Velvet. Cold. Oh my God.
One more.
Freezing. Never mind. I'll cut you off.
Eric, who's your partner?
You, Eric Young. You be your partner. Eric Young. I'm her partner.
You.
Who better than me?
No one better than you.
Sting, I knew I could count on you.
You sure can.
Yeah.
You go get her, okay?
Oh.
You make this happen. And remember, you're Eric Young. You're Eric Young. You're a warrior.
You're a warrior.
Go. Bobby. So I got a little distracted, Bobby. So I got a lot of people wondering, Bobby. The key is, I got you wondering.
I'm even surprising myself.
Ooh, I am worried about me.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling, and we are about to see one of the most unique knockouts tag team title matches ever. Wait until you see this.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall is for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Introducing first of all the challengers, the team of ODB and Eric Young.
Well, Eric Young, when he approached Sting about needing his help to do something special for ODB, Taz, I think it's safe to say that EY had no idea that he would be teaming with ODB to challenge for the Knockouts Tag Team titles.
I don't think Sting had any idea. Sting just came up with it on the fly. Sting looks a little bit, in Sting's words, well, unhinged. And it's kind of interesting here, this mixed tag team match for knockout titles. Eric Young, he's still sporting that warrior paint put on his face by the Stinger.
And now, introducing their opponents. They are the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the team of Madison Rain, and the TNA Knockouts Champion, Kale.
As blazing hot as our knockout tag team champs are, and they are smoking, Gail Kim, Madison Rain, they've heated up the issues between themselves recently. Last week, Gail lined up ODB as a warm-up opponent for Madison.
Yeah, you see, Gail Kim, she made some sort of an attempt to get in the ring and help her buddy Madison out, but Gail got all fumbled up in the ropes, and Madison, well, she was defeated by ODB.
1 week from this Sunday at Victory Road, the Knockout Tag Team Champions, they're going to meet each other in a match for the Knockout Singles Championship. Partners tonight, but opponents on March the 18th when Gail Kim defends against Madison Rain.
Well, definitely the champions right here. Well, there goes Eric Young with the proverbial tie up with our referee, Earl Hebner.
Hey, remember to check out our TNA president. Follow Dixie Carter on social media. Dixie available both on Twitter and Facebook.
Right now, I'm telling you, now it's legal, and this thing is ODB. She take herself in, but I really feel the knockout tag team champs are in trouble here. Let's face it, one half of the challenges is a man. You know, and Eric Young is kind of freaky, but he's a man. And they're giving up size as the other champions. So,
Kind of surprised we're this deep into the match and you haven't commented on Eric's beard yet.
yeah, well, I'm trying to refrain from that. Apparently, some people got turned off by the stench and odor comments I made.
As ODB using the Bronco Buster on Gail Kim in the corner. Gail going to try and fight her way out. Big time elbow rocks ODB.
Well, definitely Gail has a quickness and speed advantage, but again, as we said, the power advantage I think you're about to see right now goes to ODB.
And just like that, fall-away slam executed to perfection by ODB. And Sting has been so busy not only putting Eric Young into this Knockouts Tag Team title match, but we have heard that Sting has sent an email to the X Division champion, Austin Aries. And coming up next here on Impact Wrestling, we're going to find out what surprise Sting has in store for AEW. What do you know about that?
I have no idea, but I'm definitely intrigued to find out coming up next.
What
what is in that email that Sting sent to Austin Aries?
At the same time, we're curious as to who Garrett Bischoff is going to be able to get as a tag team partner for later tonight. He's got to face Gunner and Kurt Angle.
That's going to be tough for Garrett Bischoff. To your point, to your question, who is Garrett going to find? Who's going to want to tag with Garrett? Well, if the guy's got a bounty on his head as it is.
Right out of the corner, ODB springs into a pin for 2.
Nice pin right there by ODB, using her legs to try and keep Madison on her back.
Oh, from outside, Gail Kim going to get involved. Referee distracted by Eric Young.
You got to be careful with the knockout tag champs. They're shady. Watch out. Oh,
Gail dropping directly down to the floor. The back of the head of ODB snapping off the ring ropes.
You have Madison Rayne screaming at ODB. Can you imagine just living with someone like Madison and you overcook her eggs in the morning?
Not happy.
That primal scream in your face. Guys are just... For what she gives up, what she has in looks, she would definitely kill you verbally in the house. You know what I mean?
So you don't think there's a good trade-off there?
No, I don't. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Madison going to roll ODB over and try another pin attempt and another near fall. Boy, and she is not happy with referee Earl Hebner's count. Is she happy about anything?
No, Madison, no, she's not at all. I mean, obviously, Gail and Madison want to hang on to these knockout tag team championships. So this was sprung on them, too, that their challenges would be Eric Young and ODB.
And at the same time as they know that they're defending the Knockouts tag team titles tonight, they both know that they're going to be facing each other at Victory Road with Gail Kim's singles championship on the line.
Yep, good point, good point. Now, ODB driven face first. This might be it here.
This could do it, and still life left in the challengers.
Well, I think it's smart by the champions to single out and use ODB as a sacrificial lamb here because they don't want to deal with Eric Young. No offense to women, but he's a man. He's definitely going to be bigger and stronger than ODB.
Desperation lunge by ODB. Stops the offense of Madison Rayne, but at the same time, ODB needs to recover to the point where she can tag her partner in.
Well, good point. Let's see here if it happens. Well, Madison's close right there to Gail. And here we go.
Well, right back to that tie-up and lock-up with Earl Hebner.
I think Eric went to initially bulldog Earl Hebner, which in itself is weird.
Wait a minute. EY going to take first Madison and then Gail Kim, both up to his shoulders.
Wow. I envy Eric Young right now. I don't mind doing that.
Double airplane spin. Knockout tag team champions are dazed, and so is one half of the challenging team.
Yeah, Eric's in more of a daze than usual.
Eric drops down. Here's the pin. Here's the cover. And Madison comes in to break up the pin attempt, but we could have had new Knockouts tag champs.
Look at Madison Rayne. No back down. Just bringing it to Eric Young and talk about bringing it.
Series of clotheslines. First Gail, then Madison.
Hey, you don't mess with ODB's boy right there.
Yeah, speaking of clotheslines, the double clothesline by ODB takes down both of the Knockout tag champs. The reversal by Madison and shoulder first. Goes ODB into the steel
wait a
steps.
minute. You saw Eric unbuckling the belt. It's never.
It's never good. That's never good.
What are you doing?
Well, Madison,
oh my God! You better cover quick.
Madison from behind used the Knockouts title belt. She hit Eric Young, who drops right on top of Gail, and we have new champs.
Well, we just crowned, man. We made history. Just crowned new Knockout tag team champs in ODB and Eric Young. We got to do this, man. Champions.
There it is. EY with possession of one of the Knockout tag team title belts with his girl ODB.
Oh, God. What a present. What a treat for the new champions. Well, everything just got fumbled here. It backfired for Madison and Gail. And in a pin cover that I think you want to do if you're Eric Young on Gail. I mean, to be crowned new Knockout tag champs. History was made, Mike. Look at this, huh?
Post-match celebration between EY and ODB. The new Knockout Tag Team Champions.
Proud moment for Eric Young being one half of the Knockout Tag Team Champions. Great moment in his career.
What's this about? Wait a minute. Is Eric Young, is he doing what I think he's doing?
Oh, my God, right in the middle of the ring. Is ODB going to accept?
ODB, wait a minute. We've got a lot of momentum on our side, am I right? We're the tag team champions. We're in love. We just got that studio apartment we had our eyes on. And this is the right time to do what I'm gonna do. ODB, will you marry me?
Yeah, exactly. Eric's going to look pretty crazy in a white dress or gown. Oh, congrats to the new engaged couple, ODB and Eric Young. And congrats to them also for being knockout tag team champions. This whole thing's very awkward.
We ever had knockout tag team champions that were going to get married to each other?
Oh, my God, look at this sloppy mess.
I am Mr. Joseph Park.
And you're here to see?
I'm here to see Impact Wrestling officials.
Okay.
Actually, here is my business card.
Okay, here you are, Mr. Parks. Let me get your credentials and we'll get you badged in.
Okay, you do that.
Who the hell is Joseph Park?
Oh, I wonder what he's doing here.
Okay, sir. You have a nice day.
Thank you very much. You have a great day, too.
Absolutely. As you know, memory loss is one of the side effects of having a concussion. So let me remind you and James Storm that I'm Bully Ray. I'm the guy that threw the steel chair at his head, and then I kicked him in it. Storm, you're not making it to lockdown. You're not going to Nashville. You're not going to become the world heavyweight champion because of me. Because of everybody's favorite bully from Hell's Kitchen, New York City. And Sting, you will do the right thing tonight. Trust me.
Tonight? Hey, you see this? Look at this. Yeah, that's from Sting. Email. Guy's got email now. First Twitter, now he's got email. Wow, he's really stepping up in the 21st century. And he made a title match tonight against Zima Ion. Not the pay-per-view. You want to do it tonight. You want to waste your money matchup and give it away on free TV? Do you think that this scares me? This is just another bad business decision, Sting. Because I'm going to beat Zima Ion tonight. And then he doesn't get a shot at the pay-per-view. Which means one of the very few reasons people have to dig in their pockets and pull out their hard-earned money to watch TNA Impact Wrestling, they're not going to have it because I'm going to take my talents to South Beach on the pay-per-view. I'm not going to be there. So guess what? Your plan is failing again. Tonight,
I'm going to show you what Showtime is all about. I can't believe this guy.
So let me get this straight. Austin Aries is defending the X Division title tonight against Zema Ion. That's going to be you.
Yeah, Taz, that's going to be next. But still to come, Kurt Angle, Gunner, they are united as a team. But will Garrett Bischoff be able to find a partner? We'll find out later tonight. Sting says we don't need to wait for our Victory Road pay-per-view. The X Division title match is now.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the X Division Championship. Introducing first from the Philippines, Zema Ion.
Well, it's been a week since we heard from Zema Ion, his comments on the broken neck that was suffered by Jesse Sorensen in their match back at Against All Odds. I still can't get over the absolute lack of remorse from Zema Ion. Taz, we all understand the danger involved with professional wrestling, but I'm not sure that any of us understand how you can be as insensitive as he is.
Not just insensitive, but very disrespectful to a fellow wrestler who you put on the shelf, whose career could be over. I mean, very disrespectful, horrible things he said.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, the X Division champion of the world, Austin Aries.
X Division title holder Austin Aries acquitted himself very well, in my opinion, last week. He finally gets his wish, competing in an Impact Wrestling main event. He shows up at the Impact Zone today and finds out via email from Sting that he has to put his X Division championship at stake here against the #1 contender.
Well, yeah, listen, as far as Austin Aries in the main event last week, he fit perfectly like a glove in the main event, in my opinion. Hence why this man is the X Division champion. Now, him defending his title right here against Zema Ion, in my opinion, is massive. This is a massive match and a humongous opportunity for Zema Ion, obviously.
Comes to the X Division, you can see it only in one place, right here on Impact Wrestling. Nothing like the speed, the athleticism of these high-risk competitors. And the X Division title is on the line in this pay-per-view quality matchup.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, buddy. That, athleticism and the recklessness at times of the X Division. It's exhilarating. It's fun to watch, man. It really is. I'm in awe of the athleticism of all of our X Division athletes.
Still waiting to find out the situation with Garrett Bischoff in terms of who he's going to be able to get as a tag team partner for later tonight. If anybody's going to step up to the plate, Taz, we know that Eric Bischoff and Ric Flair, they have lined up Immortals Gunner to team with the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, but now the ball is in Garrett's court.
Yeah, well, I think the ball's also in the locker room's court. Now, I don't know if anyone, to be honest with you, is going to step up to be Garrett's partner. Really, I mean, it's nothing against the kid, but it's just, listen, Garrett's father, Eric Bischoff, it's well documented. The man has no friends. In all the years he's been in our business, he's hated, universally hated. So that's going to rub off on his son Garrett, I'm telling you.
Outside in, the champ on the attack and then drops the elbow fiercely and right into the cover for two.
The way Austin Aries snaps into moves with the intent, the aggressiveness, the intensity, it's just something to see. I just love watching Aries compete.
Float over by the challenger Zema Ion. Wow. Then springs with multiple revolutions out of the corner into the pin.
Well, Zema Ion putting aside, his demeanor and his insensitive comments and disrespectfulness towards Jesse Sorensen, you cannot discount the amazing athleticism of Zema Ion. Kid is something else.
Challenger going to bring the champ out to the arena floor and then powers it back first into the side of the ring. Boy, just no give out there for the ring.
No, that's the hardest part of the ring is where that corner bead is on the apron. When your back or body hits it, it hurts like hell. I'm telling you from experience.
Ion went for a high-risk move, but Aries slides back in and going to take the offense right to him.
The big drop right there for Zema Ion at the hands of the X Division champion. There goes the champ.
Speaking of high risk, zero reward for Aries as he crashes and burns on the guardrail.
Well, that's the thing with at times our X Division athletes, they will take chances that others don't.
We're gonna have a new champ right here.
Very close right there for Zema Ion. He thought he had it. Says referee Brian Hebner.
And Ion going to go back up to the top. Here he is, challenger perched from the top rope. And
God, no one home on that 450. What a landing, Mike. Good God.
Can the X Division champion Austin Aries capitalize on the miscue by the challenger? Series of strikes, but cut off by Ion, who rakes the eyes.
Well, that's perfect timing to do what Zema Ion just did, and Zema Ion's got his eye on that very weird-looking bottle of, I guess, hairspray.
Well, we've seen this before with Zema Ion taking the can of hairspray, slipping it into his trunks. Champion Aries has no idea. Rapid-fire knees to the head, elevates Ion over, and then ends up backing him into the corner.
Yeah, it looked like Zema Ion maybe had a suplex in mind per se, but Austin Aries, X Division champion, countered and blocked it.
Whoa. Ion puts on the brakes. Wow. Referee able to avoid the contact from Aries, and now the spray can comes out.
Oh, nobody home. Look at this.
Yeah, tried to blind him, spraying it in the eyes. Oh, and Aries turns it around, sprays it right into the eyes of the challenger, and the referee calls for the bell.
Well, Austin Aries got caught with the Zema Ion smoking gun in his hand. Wow.
Your winner by disqualification, Zema Ion.
Austin Aries remains X Division champion, and Taz, I am told that coming up next here on Impact Wrestling, we are going to hear from Bully Ray, the man who made his mark at the conclusion of last week's show when he laid out #1 contender James Storm.
Yeah, Bully Ray coming up next. Who knows what he's going to be up to?
You have to give me the name of it. I love the color
Ladies.
of it. So,
Hello.
hi.
Joseph.
Velvet Sky.
Velvet. Joseph
Nice.
Park, how are you?
Caroline.
Caroline, how are you? Caroline, can we get a minute?
Sure. Thank you.
Velvet.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm sure you know about my brother, Chris.
Your brother Chris.
Abyss.
Whoa, I didn't know Abyss had a brother.
He certainly does. That's actually what brings me here. I was wondering, you don't know anything about his disappearance. He's been missing for a few months now. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, I haven't seen him. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you, Velvet.
Thank you. Nice
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Abyss's brother. Wow. Learn something new every day.
To the millions of Impact fans all over the world, Tavzilla is here in the flesh, baby. Check them out, the largest calves in the world. I'm Bully Ray. I'm the guy that took out James Storm. I'm the guy that kicked a steel chair into James Storm's head. I'm the guy that scrambled James Storm's redneck brains. I'm the guy who deserves to be the #1 contender. So, Mr. General Manager Sting, do me a favor, come out here and do the right thing, Sting, and name me the #1 contender.
Well, the man in charge has a decision to make. You called him unhinged earlier. I think he even referred to himself as unhinged after snapping. But you think Sting would name Bully Ray as #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode?
Do a favor. I'll do you a favor. I'll do you a favor.
alive. Bully! Are you kidding me? You can't just make a match, especially with our world champion, Bobby Roode, just because you injured somebody. Doesn't work that way. I can do anything I want to do. So just make me the #1 contender. I want Bobby Roode. You want Bobby Roode? I want Bobby Roode. I can't hear you. Say that again. You want Bobby Roode? I want Bobby Roode. Say it with some conviction. Conviction. Give it to me. Stop making fun of me. I want Bobby Roode. You want Bobby Roode? Which word are you stuck on? I want or Bobby Roode? Well, I always say this, and I really do mean it. Nobody does bully like you. And you got the best calves, not just in this business, but the whole wide world. Therefore, I'm going to give you Bobby Roode. Give me some, man. Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. You want to touch him? You want to touch him? No, I just, man, look at the size of those suckers. Thank you, brother. Man. Yeah, good job. I got Roode. Great. Thank you. Yes. I knew you would do what I told you to do. That's just the kind of general manager I am. Bully, wait a minute. Just for your information, it's going to be right after the break.
Bobby Roode and Bully Ray after the break. Sting strikes again. Just made it clear we're doing things on his terms. Bully Ray, Bobby Roode, is that going to be for the World Heavyweight title? You got me. We are back on Impact Wrestling, and moments ago, Sting ruled that if Bully Ray wanted Bobby Roode, we'd have that match right now. The Bully's ready, but where's the World Heavyweight Champion?
You're crazy. I can't defend my title. I'm not ready. You can't just throw me in a title match. Nobody said anything about a title. You're going to do that against Shane Storm at Lockdown. And don't forget to follow the Yellow Brick Road, you and me at Victory Road. Right now, Bully wants to take you down. So get going. You're crazy. That's your music. You're a lunatic. Thank you. You're crazy. Thank you. You're crazy. Thank you again. Go.
And his opponent from Toronto, Canada, the World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode.
Boy, I think it's safe to say that Bobby Roode has his work cut out for him. Think about this. At Lockdown, scheduled to face James Storm, steel cage match for the World Heavyweight title. At Victory Road, he's got to face Sting. But right here and right now, Bobby Roode versus Bully Ray one-on-one.
Hey, listen, Mike, it's pretty well documented. When you're a world heavyweight champion, you're on top of the mountain. When you're on top of the mountain, everybody wants to climb the mountain and get a piece of you to get that title. No, this is tough. Bully Ray don't seem to be in a talking mood. Bobby wants to have a chat.
Yeah, Roode just said, why do you want to do this to Bully Ray? Doesn't look like Roode's going to be able to talk his way out of this one.
No, what happened? Abs and calves. Abs and calves. No more abs and calves, I guess. Yeah, Bully wants to go. I know that look in Bully's eyes.
Yeah, when you see that kind of focus and determination.
We don't have to do this. Come on. Come on, let's go. Take your belt off and get ready to fight.
And you know that's going to be exactly what a match against Bully Ray always is, a fight.
Oh, you're not kidding. A nasty, rugged, stiff fight. Well, Bobby Roode, usually very calculating and smooth. He's not feeling this.
Remember, he's messing with us. Come on. Are you serious?
Bobby Bobby Roode trying to get into the head of Bully Ray, reminding him that he, meaning Sting, is trying to get into their heads, trying to mess with them. You know, for months we witnessed Bully Ray watching Bobby Roode's back, covering for the World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, yeah, Bully Ray was the heavy, more or less, for Bobby.
You're gonna be a punk.
He definitely watched his back. Well, I think those days are gone right now, buddy.
Heavyweight champion.
I think Bully kind of, what's the expression about the maid of honor, never the bridesmaid, or whatever the hell that is?
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Well, I think that's maybe what's going through the head right now of Bully Ray. Hey, what about my shot? What about my opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship? No, I mean, I believe that in me knowing Bully the way I know him, I think that's his agenda. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of dancing around getting a piece of the world champion.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, he better knuckle up. Bobby Roode better knuckle up. He's going to get housed right here in this match, I'm telling you.
Quick series of moves for the World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode as he finally hooks up with Bully Ray in this impromptu, unscheduled match that was made on the fly by the man in charge, Sting. Taz, immediately following Impact Wrestling, you're going to want to watch MMA Uncensored live, and I hear that tonight they have a very special interview with the Bellator Featherweight Champion, Joe Warren, that on the eve of his big title defense.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm really digging that show, MMA Uncensored live show. They really, give you some insight. It's good stuff. That was a pretty good slap in the face by the world champ to Bully Ray, man.
Well, you mentioned the word insight. Any insight as to who Garrett Bischoff is going to have as his tag team partner later tonight? We know that Garrett Bischoff has to face, what a team, Gunner and Kurt Angle, a team put together by Ric Flair, and certainly with the approval of Garrett's own father, Eric Bischoff. Where does Garrett turn?
We still have no word who will team up with Garrett, if anyone. I think Garrett's in trouble. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. This kid's going to have a hard time finding a partner.
He's on an island.
Yeah, well, because of his last name. His last name is Bischoff, and there's a target, and he's on an island.
He strikes to the back of the head, and then the boot to the midsection from the World Heavyweight Champ. Roode takes it to the Bully, and how about the impact as he throws him into the corner? Roode drops to a knee.
You see Bobby Roode now talking some junk to Bully Ray, and listen, like I was saying about Bully Ray, look, he's been a champion in the tag team realm 23 times, Bully Ray. I know how important him.
Could be right here, pin attempt. No, just two.
I know how important it is to Bully to one day become the World Heavyweight Champion. And this is a great opportunity to get his hands on the champion. You know, and he's tired of, I guess, I'm assuming he's tired of sitting in the back seat, telling which way for Bobby Roode to drive.
And in terms of sending a statement to Sting and to Impact Wrestling, that's how important this match is to Bully Ray, because if he were to beat the World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode in this non-title bout, it certainly opened their eyes to Bully Ray and an opportunity for a title match.
It should. Let's face it, like it or not, Bully Ray, last week he put out the #1 contender, James Storm, in a violent, vile way. And then if he's able to capture a victory, hypothetically right now, on the world champ, I would think, if I'm Sting, Bully Ray, if I like it or not, he deserves to be in that #1 contender spot.
And I mean, you've known Bully Ray throughout his entire professional wrestling career. He's never been in better shape than he is now.
Definitely reinvented himself. Bully Ray's a different competitor than I used to know.
What Roode, quick cover here for two.
But talk about someone in great shape, as Bully did change his body and change who he is in that ring. Great shape. You got to talk about the world champ right there, Bobby Roode. He is a Porsche in that ring, man. A well-conditioned machine. Mocking. Look at that. Mocking Bully Ray. And Bully with that nasty chop. Those things sting, man. They numb your legs, I'm telling you.
There's certainly a change in attitude from Bobby Roode, who earlier was trying to talk Bully Ray out of this fight. Not going to be able to do that, and instead, that's what this has come down to.
Good way to blow out a pack. Holy crap. Here comes Bully.
Rights and lefts.
Whoa!
Up into the lights again with the back body drop. Power game on display with the back-to-back clothesline.
Look at that.
And it's a fired-up Bully Ray.
How quick Bully Ray's feet and hands are. Such a huge man, tremendous athlete.
Talked about quick feet. Rude, able to stop the onslaught, but just momentarily. Howard got him again. Right into the pin.
Just a second away, Bully Ray almost captured a victory on a World Heavyweight Champion.
It was just this close, and that's the reaction as we see that close-up look on the face of Bully Ray. Now measuring and stalking the champ. Got him in his sights, went for the big boot. Oh!
For that spear, gonna get it.
Cover, pin, no!
Not so fast, my friend. Bully Ray had the wherewithal to pop a shoulder up, prevent getting pinned by the champion.
And Rude has gained many victories through that spear, but only able to gain the 2 count on Bully Ray. And now Rude drops down to the floor. He's gonna introduce the chain, Bully Ray's own chain, into the match.
Yeah, unbeknownst to the referee. Oh man, what a shot!
The onrushing Rude gets absolutely drilled and decked by Bully, who now goes back to pick up his weapon.
That's James Storm, that's the Cowboy.
Yeah, the same James Storm that was taken out last week by Bully Ray. Watch this, set up in the corner. Last call super kick by Storm on the World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode.
Well, the question I have is that what we'll see right there? James Storm with the World Heavyweight Championship in his hands at lockdown after he competes against Rude. See right here that fast call super kick. I mean, I really think I'm with you, Mike, that Storm wanted Bully Ray. But you know what? Let me take out Rude while I'm at it. That's my opponent at lockdown. James Storm making a major impact tonight.
Stakes tonight, they're incredibly high. I mean, you know, this Gunner, I know. I'm a little familiar with him. I mean, but Kurt Angle, that's up there. That's up there for sure.
Imagine the selection of your partners. Critical. You gonna tell us who it is?
I'm pretty confident in who I've asked to be my partner tonight. And no, I'm not telling you who it is. You can find out when everybody else does tonight.
How about that? That's a confident Garrett Bischoff.
You're not kidding, that's still to come. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm still dying to know who Garrett Hall is. We're gonna find out tonight.
Impact Wrestling World Tour is coming to your hometown.
It's a more fan-friendly atmosphere. You show up and you can actually meet the wrestlers, whereas other shows you go to your seat and sit down. People put signs up in your face and you can't see anything. There's no interaction with anybody.
This weekend, the Impact Superstars are taking over the bluegrass state of Kentucky. And next weekend, look for the World Tour in Biloxi, Mississippi and Pensacola, Florida. Become a part of the experience. Go to ImpactWrestling.com for more information.
All right, banged up, but what are you going to do, man? Exactly. Gentlemen, Joseph Park.
Matt Morgan, what's up, man?
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Crimson.
Crimson.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, fellas. You guys know my brother, right?
No.
Chris? Abyss?
Abyss. Is your brother? Abyss has a brother?
That's correct.
No, it's been, what, a few months now?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, that's what I'm here about. I wanted to ask you boys if you happen to know anything about that.
No. Can't help you out, my friend.
I don't know. No. Can you guys maybe point me in the right direction? Somebody I should be talking to regarding this?
No clue. It's been a few months. That's all we pretty much know. That's all anybody knows. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyways, it happened. We lost our tag team titles. Doesn't matter who took the pin. It doesn't matter that you lost us the match.
What?
No, listen. We're gonna put it behind us, okay? Let's move forward. Let's beat these guys tonight. Let's beat these chumps, Robbie E and Big Robbie T, whatever his name is. Let's go out there. Let's beat them and let's get our belts back. We're a team. Listen, we're a team. Let's win as a team. Isn't that what you said?
No more going out there and going for self, correct?
No. None of that. Team. Team players.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
Scheduled for one fall is a #1 contenders match for the Tag Team Championship. Introducing first from the New Jersey Shore, Robbie and Robbie T.
Joseph Park certainly interested in getting to the bottom of this situation with his brother. You know, we haven't seen Abyss since like January.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time. So, I mean, well, hopefully this thing evolves and we find out more about Abyss.
TV champion and his bouncer. They have the chance to add gold to their resumes. This would be step number 1. Robbie E, Robbie T, just a 3 count away from being recognized as the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team Champions, Samoa Joe and Magnus.
Let me tell you something. You better be tough to come on worldwide TV right here on Spike with pink cardigan matching sweaters.
Like the new ring gear is what you're saying.
I didn't say I like it. I said you got to be tough. You wear that where I grew up, you're going to have a problem. Big problem. They're all about the club, all about having a good time. Oh, oh, oh.
And their opponents, the team of Crimson and the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Some interesting pre-match comments from the former World Tag Team Champions. Sounded like they put their differences aside, all in an effort to regain possession of the tag team titles. Matt Morgan and Crimson, they need a victory tonight to move on to the tag title bout at Victory Road.
Yeah, but I have a question, Mike. Did they put their differences aside, meaning the former champions, Crimson and Matt Morgan?
We're going to answer that question when it comes to watching this match, this #1 contenders bout.
Can I give an opinion? I will anyway, even though you say forgive it. I'll tell you this much. I feel there's a competitiveness between Morgan and Crimson that's never going to go away. That's just my opinion. They just can't help but because they're similar, so they compete against each other.
If you think about it, they were initially put together because they were rivals. Sting decided that they had these matches where they were beating the hell out of each other, and he said, let's put them together as a tag team. Immediate success as tag team champions until they lost the titles to Samoa Joe and Magnus. Then there's been some questions.
Well, talking about tag team, and I mean, we've been asking it all night. Who is going to be the partner of Garrett Bischoff tonight when Garrett and his partner of his choosing, wherever joins up with Garrett, faces Kurt Angle and Gunner?
You know, we were even asking if Garrett Bischoff was going to have a partner with the release suplex by the unbeaten Crimson, taking the TV champion Robbie E and tossing him across the ring. All of a sudden, we go from asking the question, is Garrett Bischoff going to be able to get a partner, to hearing the words of Garrett where, to my surprise, he sounded like he was very confident in who he had lined up.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Garrett Bischoff, I agree to your point, to the word you used, confident. Definitely, Garrett showed a lot of confidence in that snippet we saw of his interview. So we'll see. He's a smooth customer, is that kid Garrett Bischoff. So hope he's got someone good.
Pure raw power from the immense Robbie T with a big shot to the back. And he has taken this match completely over for his tag team. Morgan and Crimson with the quick burst out of the gate. But now it's been all Robbie T until here comes Crimson back.
That's the thing with Crimson. He's got a lot of intestinal fortitude and stuff to keep him down. He just broke that choke right there. Robbie T had Crimson Ghouls about to choke slam him, probably.
Oh, wow. Is that the clipboard?
Yeah, that clipboard that's Robbie T usually brings to the ring. I'll tell you what, Robbie E just blindsided from behind.
Just blasted him from outside.
Crimson got lit up there. That was a little bit of an opening that big Robbie T and Robbie E needed. Robbie E's a legal man.
I got it.
Yeah, good.
Robbie T side slam sets up Robbie E flying off the top. Follow covering. Just got a 1 count on the unbeaten Crimson, with this winning streak of Crimson as every month progresses and goes by becomes more impressive to me.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. He's been very impressive in singles competition and in tag team competition. But right now, Crimson, the last thing he's thinking about is that undefeated streak as a singles competitor. Crimson needs to get Matt Morgan into this match if he can get over there.
Quick double team by Robbie E and Robbie Robbie T leads to the front slam. Crimson power down, undefeated streak. Could go right here. No, just 2.
See, getting a little frustrated at the face of Big Robbie T. Looked a little annoyed that he didn't get the victory there. Don't waste too much time, big boy. Stay on him. You got to just keep pounding on a guy like Crimson.
And that's what he's been doing, really, from the time that he came into the ring.
That's it!
And who is more physically impressive than Big Robbie T?
Well, when you go to a pose down during a match, that's what happens. You don't want to do that because it left an opening for Crimson, and he capitalized.
Took his eye off the ball. Crimson with step number 1, the power move, and now going to try and get his fresh partner, Blueprint Matt Morgan, in, and he's on the TV champ, Robbie.
Yeah, Matt Morgan. Look at the big man just bringing up the Blueprint with a big, huge, high running knee.
Oh, man, what a shot. Clothesline for Robbie T. Morgan going to use this Robbie T to throw him into his own partner in the corner. Big clothesline. And then, clothesline for Robbie T takes him out to the floor.
Robbie's in trouble. Oh, my God.
Carbon footprint decks him. Instead, Crimson tagged and slides in and gets the quick pin.
Your winners, Crimson and the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Yeah, he's a little upset over that. I kind of don't blame Morgan.
They become number 1 contenders, though. They're going to get a tag title shot against Samoa Joe and Magnus coming up at Victory Road. And now it's time for our direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance.
Well, you see that big carbon footprint, and then Crimson quickly tagged himself in the match to get the victory. So much for teamwork.
That's tonight's direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance. For a free quote, call 877-GO-DIRECT or visit directgeneral.com.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Kaz, Daniels, they're former friends. I mean, that's exactly what they are. They're former friends. But at this point, I figured out how to handle them. And I gotta say, man, they're not gonna like it. Not at all. It's gonna be good.
Are you serious? Why wouldn't I choose Kurt Angle? An Olympic gold medalist, a numerous-time world champion. This man is a machine, and why wouldn't you want someone like that by your side?
You know what? He's right about everything he said. You might even left out a few things, but that's okay.
Probably.
Garrett, I don't like you. You know why? Because you don't listen. As far as your partner tonight, it doesn't matter. Because you're both going to the hospital. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
I gotta get caught up in it. I'm done with that. We're past that. I mean, yeah, Kazarian and Daniels were 2 of my best friends. They lost their way. I'm not gonna lose mine.
Kazarian just dropped to the floor. Leaves him high and dry. What the hell's the story when it comes to Kazarian, Daniels, Styles? It has been so intriguing to watch the recent actions of Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. For weeks, it looked like Daniels was pulling the strings, calling the shots. Kazarian conflicted, forced to do the dirty work. Taz, we're still not sure what's at the root of this arrangement.
What does Daniels have on Kazarian, or does he have anything on him?
You know, it's almost as if reality finally set in for AJ Styles. He now knows that when it comes to Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, that his former friends, they're going to be just that, former friends. But you know, it sounded to me like AJ has a plan for Daniels and Kazarian. And what did AJ say? It's a plan the 2 of them are not going to like at all?
Yeah, I'm sniffing something too, like AJ's got something up his sleeve. Let's see how this thing rolls down here.
I got to tell you, in a couple months, hey guys, in a couple months, you can be chanting 10th anniversary of TNA Impact Wrestling. Hey, I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this company and what we've accomplished these past couple years because of you guys. I hear you. I mean, I think about all the great memories I've had, the matches that I've had in this ring, the allies I've made, and the enemies. I'm not just talking about Kazarian and Daniels and Roode and even James Storm. I mean, the list goes on, and it has been the whole time I've been here. I mean, who would have thought that a guy named Brother Ray, now known as Bully Ray, would have been a part of the front line back in the day? I'm just saying, these are memories that I wish I could forget.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait just a second. Now, as the new face of Impact Wrestling, and by the way, you're welcome, I feel compelled to clarify my position in all this, AJ. I mean, yes, I was your best friend. I was your closest ally. I came back to this company to stand by your side. You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. But while my friendship helped you gain fortune and fame, all your friendship got me was reprimanded, punished, and ultimately fired. That's why I decided to put myself first, and that's why I encouraged Frankie Kazarian to do the same thing.
AJ. I would honestly say that getting fired is one of my better memories for you.
Young AJ, do you really want to know why everybody's turned their backs on you? Do you? It's because you're transparent and you're gullible and you trust people with things you really shouldn't trust them with.
What a terrible quality to have, to trust your so-called friends. You're right.
No. That's just one of your terrible qualities. Now you're out here and you're naming off all these guys, all these people, all these friends that have turned their backs on you. Well, have you ever stopped to think that maybe the problem isn't with all of them? Maybe the problem lies with you. Did you ever think of that? You know what? Maybe you're just a disease that needs to be cured. Did you ever think of that? No, you didn't, because you're the phenomenal AJ Styles. You're not to blame. You're not to blame for anything, ever, are you? So, on this little quest for answers, maybe that's why you don't have any friends.
I don't see any friends. I don't see any friends out here. I see lying, backstabbing pricks out here. That's what I see. I mean, you are the very reason why I'm not going to associate myself with friends anymore. You're the reason. Now, in fact, I'm going to associate myself with a real, somebody help me out here. A real asshole!
Mr. Anderson? Wow, we haven't seen Mr. Anderson in months. Anderson just exploding on the scene, and he's aligned with AJ? Wow. Oh, yeah, and we're watching it unfold.
AJ and Anderson, they just look good right there, though, I'll tell you.
Wow, couldn't look any better.
Anderson's back.
AJ Styles did have a plan, and a plan that has Daniels and Kazarian pissed.
Hey, man, you ready to go? All right. See you out there.
Well, we know Garrett Bischoff has a partner, but Taz, who's it going to be?
Well, we're going to find out next. Angle Gunner versus Garrett, and who knows?
From top to bottom, there's nothing like the competition. Oh, and let's not forget the knockout. Who doesn't love a little knockout on knockout action?
I didn't think that there'd be a meet and greet to begin with. I just thought we'd be going to wrestling, and then all of a sudden my brother's just like, oh no, we get to meet the wrestlers. And that's definitely different.
Wrestling matters to me because I admire the heart, the history of it. I just admire it overall. I mean, it's the best sport in the world.
They feel pain. They do crazy stunts that, I could never imagine. And that's real.
It's got its own brand, its own style, and you don't find it anywhere else in the world. I love it.
Immortals' effort to eliminate Garrett Bischoff brings us to our Impact Wrestling main event tag team match. Immortals Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff send out their man, Mr. Intensity Gunner, and you have to give him credit for aligning Gunner with one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see one of the greatest of all time in Kurt Angle momentarily. But I got to tell you, this man right here, Gunner, he is just fully loaded. As we say, Mr. Intensity. He's a nasty, nasty hombre.
Well, one team in our main event is established, and they are going to be formidable, to say the least. Two of the most driven athletes on the roster, put together by Immortal to destroy Garrett Bischoff, and whoever it was that Garrett was able to convince to join him, Kurt Angle, Gunner, they are damn real.
Oh, you're not kidding. I mean, you can just see the grin on the face of Kurt Angle. He and Gunner seem extremely confident facing Garrett and whomever Garrett's partner is. How many clues, Mike? What do you think it might be?
I don't have any idea. This all started with Ric Flair's warning to Garrett Bischoff that he shouldn't show up tonight. But when Garrett Bischoff refused to fold under the pressure of the threats, Immortal thought that they could back Garrett into a corner because he wouldn't be able to come up with a partner. They were wrong, but who did Garrett Bischoff recruit?
Well, that's the key. To what level of partner does Garrett have? I mean, you better have someone real good because you're dealing with some nasty fellas in that ring right now. You gotta be kidding me! Hardy? No way!
Who better to have as your tag team partner than Jeff Hardy as your Garrett Bischoff?
Well, Jeff Hardy, yeah, the man just runs to his own beat for sure. The off-color and bizarre Jeff Hardy, in my opinion, taking a risk aligning himself with Garrett Bischoff. There's the handshake, make that official, right?
At the same time, Jeff Hardy's motivated because Kurt Angle's on the other team. No question, Jeff Hardy wants to get his hands on Kurt Angle, the man who cost him the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, yeah, I totally agree with that. But I'm thinking about Garrett Bischoff now. You can see that kid's face. He's definitely confident. He's got a gleam in his eye, Garrett. He knows for a fact he's got a real player as his partner in Jeff Hardy.
Kurt Angle promised that both of these men were going to the hospital. He said that before the match. Almost to me, shades of the NFL's New Orleans Saints. It's been the talk of the sports world in the headlines today. Former defensive coordinator Greg Williams under fire for allegedly putting a bounty on the opposing players, almost as if there's a bounty on the heads of Garrett Bischoff and Jeff Hardy tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is your Impact main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left, weighing in at 245 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, he is Gunner. And introducing his tag team partner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 223 pounds, professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. And now, introducing their opponents. First of all, from Clearwater Beach, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, Garrett Bischoff. And his tag team partner from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 236 pounds, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. You know, I think a lot of people might say that by aligning yourself with a Bischoff, that it would defy logic. But that's exactly what Jeff Hardy has done, joining Garrett Bischoff against Gunner and Kurt Angle for our Impact Wrestling main event tag team match. And Taz, as we see the double team on Hardy, I'm going to ask you right off the top, as a former competitor, would you do what Jeff Hardy did?
I got to say, no disrespect to Garrett Bischoff. I like Garrett a lot. I really do. I respect him, but I wouldn't have done here what Jeff Hardy's doing right now. No, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't want to align myself with, I got to say, I'll start here and say it. I wouldn't align myself with Garrett because of the situation with his dad. His dad is, like I said earlier, the man is universally hated. I mean, he really is. He's got no friends. He's a power-hungry man. It's well documented. He changed so much in the industry. He's done so many successful things in the business as Eric Bischoff, but there's a lot of negative on him, too, and that carries over to Garrett, in my opinion.
Yeah, at the same time, in the course of the past 25 years, how many bridges has Eric Bischoff burned?
Well, he doesn't just burn them, he blows them up. But right now, boom, Kurt Angle with a nice snap suplex on Hardy.
Yeah, and Angle trying to put Hardy away early on in this tag team matchup.
Kurt Angle switching in that front face lock, trying to keep Jeff Hardy at bay. If anybody could keep you at bay with a front face lock, it's Angle.
All about neutralizing the opposition, and who better at doing that than the Olympic gold medalist himself, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, you see, just always fighting is the resilient Jeff Hardy. Non-stop. Ooh, nice kick for the mush.
Clothesline by Hardy. Takes down Kurt Angle, and Garrett Bischoff just dying to get into this matchup. Extending his hand into the ring, and nobody knows better than Garrett Bischoff that he has that giant target on his back. But you've got to give Garrett Bischoff credit for being his own man and not backing down.
Oh, no, that's what I said earlier. I mean, I respect Garrett for that, for sure. You know, he knows he's in an uphill battle because of, who his dad is. He knows that. His last name.
Guilt by association, right?
Yeah, but the last name is tattooed on the young man's chest. He's obviously proud to be a Bischoff, is Garrett. I respect that. But you know what? He's tough. This kid's tough. He's a competitor. You know, listen, Eric Bischoff, as successful as he's been and still is, he's never been in the ring as an in-ring competitor. Garrett is. You know, I don't know. Does that bother Eric? Is Eric envious of his son? I don't know.
I don't think there's any doubt. You know, at the same time, you have to give Jeff Hardy credit. answering the challenges that he has had to over the course of the past few months, and he has come back with such renewed enthusiasm for Impact Wrestling, all in his mind, on his way to eliminating Kurt Angle and eventually gaining the World Heavyweight Championship. Hardy's offense cut off by Gunner. More of our Impact Wrestling tag main event. Gunner and Angle versus Jeff Hardy and Garrett Bischoff right after this. And we are back on Impact Wrestling. This is our tag team main event. Kurt Angle continuing the assault on Jeff Hardy. It's Angle and Gunner versus Jeff Hardy, and Hardy trying to tag in his partner, Garrett Bischoff.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough to get away from Angle, man. Angle's got a good clasp on that throat. That rear naked right there on Jeff Hardy.
This situation with Jeff Hardy, I think so many people had given up on Jeff. To me, Taz, he has done an amazing job of turning his life around, and I have so much respect. When I watch Jeff Hardy, I see someone who I think the world thought had bottomed out. Instead, we get a Jeff Hardy who's better, faster, and stronger, and really at the top of his game.
I could not agree anymore, Mike. I'm with you on the same page as you just said about Jeff Hardy. That was a nasty suplex by Angle. I'll admit it right here on Worldwide TV. I gave up on Jeff, too. I mean, a lot of our guys and girls in our locker room did, too. But you know what? The man has turned himself around completely. A rebirth. Bless him. That's great. I'm happy for Jeff. But right now, he needs to get Garrett Bischoff in this match.
Boy, he has to at this point. It has been a total beatdown of Jeff Hardy right from the outset of this match. And Angle turns it over to Mr. Intensity.
Yeah, you can see did a nasty beatdown put on Jeff.
Elbow leads to the pin, and no just two.
By Kurt Angle, and now you see when Gunner comes in here, kind of picking up the scraps on Jeff. Jeff having a hard time coming back here. He's getting doubled up on.
Earlier tonight, we saw the shocking and surprising return of Mr. Anderson to Impact Wrestling, and I just got word that we're going to see the in-ring return of Mr. Anderson. First time in months. It's going to be next week. Ready for this?
What?
Mr. Anderson versus Christopher Daniels.
I cannot wait to see that. Anderson back in the ring next week doing his thing against Daniels. I see Kurt Angle trying to bait in Garrett Bischoff, and it worked. But that gave the opportunity for Gunner to do his damage on the outside, unbeknownst to the referee.
Hardy sent into the steel outside, but you can't blame Garrett Bischoff. He's just been sitting on the apron. He's just been dying to get into this match. I think almost a sense of frustration that he hasn't been able to help Jeff Hardy.
Well, I agree, because Jeff Hardy helped him by being his partner in this. So Garrett, knowing the type of kid he is, he wants to reciprocate. And he understands, hey, listen, I put Jeff in this position. Jeff's getting the tar whooped out of him. I got to get in there and help my partner.
Hardy tried to go through the legs of Angle to get to the corner, but Kurt not only cuts him off, but then Angle applies the ankle lock submission, and fortunately for Hardy, he gets the ropes.
Yeah, it's great that Hardy got to that bottom rope, because there was no letting go of that ankle lock when Kurt locks it in.
How about the little nuances, the moves of Kurt Angle, stomping on the feet and the ankles of Jeff Hardy. He doesn't miss a trick, does he?
No, he doesn't. And then if you take away one of the limbs of Jeff Hardy, you take away a huge part of his offense. The man is just a bona fide high flyer. That's pretty well documented. So that's good strategy by Angle and Gunner.
Yeah, but certainly limit the offense of Hardy if he's able to get on track. Off the suplex, it's Gunner on top for a 2 count.
And you see right there in the background, Garrett Bischoff, he is sitting on ready, man. He is focused in the zone in this thing. Any opportunity to tag in, he will.
Instead, it's cutting off the ring. It's Wrestling 101 in terms of tag team competition, but it's why Angle and Gunner have been so successful in this match.
Yeah, but Angle and Gunner need to be careful. You leave one little opening for an athlete, a competitor, a world-class athlete like Jeff Hardy. He will capitalize and get Garrett Bischoff in this match. Oh, Garrett.
We talked about frustration earlier. It's starting really. We're starting to see it here with Garrett.
In the middle of the ring.
But Jeff Hardy's got Angle's shoulders down. Referee turns around, and by the time that he does, Angle kicks out.
Well, that's Garrett Bischoff he's got to try and compose himself there. That's a little bit of the inexperience. He got a little crazy, and he let Gunner bait him into that other corner there. Look at Angle now, just stepping right on the throat and face before he gets out of the ring.
Hardy still remains in trouble. Now it's Gunner back on the offense. Charismatic Enigma caught right in the middle of the ring. Sleeper hold cinched in, locked in tight by Gunner.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, to me, it seems like, just from my perspective, that Gunner and Kurt Angle are trying to break down, physically dismantle Jeff Hardy. So then they could just have Garrett Bischoff all to themselves. They know Hardy, he's the more experienced one. He's been around for a long time and knows what he's doing in that ring, where Garrett is younger. He's greener.
Could you have a better game plan than that? Do you think maybe Eric Bischoff may have offered his 2 cents when it came to strategizing for this tag team main event with his own son involved?
Well, I definitely think Eric Bischoff had something to do with it, and so did Ric Flair. And you can't blame him for that. That's smart. They want Gunner and Angle to win this thing, but Jeff Hardy, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere with a massive move.
Meanwhile, Garrett Bischoff coming face to face with Kurt Angle.
He's got some temper, this Garrett Bischoff, man. He's got a temper on him.
And you can see that Angle's trying to bait him also.
He's a chip off the old block and he's got some temper, wouldn't you say?
And Garrett realizes that Hardy back on the defensive. He's got to get back up into the corner and be prepared if Jeff Hardy is going to make the tag.
Great move by Gunner. Get that leg bar and keep Jeff Hardy in that corner. Kurt Angle saw in the opening, just stomped on the man. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, Mike. They're trying to break down Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy still got some fight left.
It's been a clinic to this point from Angle and Gunner. Free leg by Hardy enables him to push off and kick Angle away, but he's got a long way to go to make the tag to Garrett Bischoff.
You think Bischoff's ready, man? Garrett is ready to rock. Here we go!
Dives across the ring. There's the tag, and Garrett Bischoff. Oh, he's been waiting for this moment. Garrett's on fire.
You can see this kid's athleticism here. Very quick feet, nailing every move he's going for.
Throwing everything at Gunner and even a drop kick takes Gunner off the apron.
Oh, right in the face and neck. Look at that.
Pin. Get him on top. Oh, Gunner flies across to make the save.
Tell you what, that would have been, in my opinion, a big, huge upset if Bischoff would have been able to pin Kurt Angle there. Thanks to Gunner, that didn't happen.
Gunner in, and now Gunner and Angle with the double team on Garrett. Hardy tagged in from outside. Hardy's legal. The referee just made the motion. Hardy off the top. Swanton right on Angle. Pin and got the 3. All about timing in our Impact Wrestling main event. Garrett Bischoff goes out and he recruits Jeff Hardy on the way to victory.
I got to tell you, this double clothesline by Garrett Bischoff set up the victory for Jeff Hardy to just nail that huge swanton bomb.
Have to agree, it was Garrett Bischoff who set the table. Jeff Hardy converts it into a win. Oh, and you know that has to be getting under the skin of the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
Yeah, you can just see Kurt's pissed, and I don't blame him. So's Gunner. Nice victory right there by this makeshift team of Jeff Hardy and Garrett Bischoff.